Begin transmission. Greetings. We are Anonymous, also known as the Collective. Today's date is Thursday, August 20th, 2026. This is a message for the American people. This message is not comfortable. It isn't supposed to be. Look around the world. There are nations wrestling with religious extremism, parallel systems of authority, radicalization, organized sexual exploitation, terrorism, and communities where citizens believe their governments waited far too long to confront what was happening. Islam is not a religion. It is extremism. They are publicly stating their intentions now. It is no longer hidden. It is spoken in public. Why? Because America has become a nation of complacent people, and therefore because they can. Britain's grooming and rape gang scandals should horrify every decent human being. Women and children were victimized. Institutions have faced devastating questions about how predators were able to operate and whether fear, bureaucracy, political considerations, or outright institutional failure prevented authorities from acting sooner. Research how many countries have banned Sharia and classified the Muslim Brotherhood as terrorist, much like Antifa. Did we see the Muslim police chief in Dearborn upholding America's laws? No. We witnessed them watch Jake Lang assaulted and they did nothing. We watched video of self-labeled Antifa in Dearborn carrying weapons. They have been labeled a terrorist organization. Why didn't the police chief do his job? Because you and I are infidels and he doesn't give a damn. America should study those failures instead of assuming they could never happen here. Our enemy is extremism. While we are on the topic of Jake Lang, while your actions dictate that you are a patriot, bikers that you encouraged to go to Dearborn were arrested. Instead of staying and supporting them, you packed up snug in a vehicle and left the area. Leave no man behind, Jake. Oh, it wasn't about honor or America. It was about clicks. We shall digress. Our enemy is anyone who believes violence, intimidation, terrorism, or religious authority should supersede the Constitution and the laws of this republic. Complacency. Every day another disclosure hits the airwaves. You become furious. You share the clip. You post the meme. You watch another 3-hour podcast explaining how terrible everything supposedly is. Then tomorrow arrives. The algorithm hands you another scandal, and yesterday's outrage disappears. What changed? Did you call your congressional representatives? Did you write your senators? Did you contact your governor, sheriff, mayor, school board, or state legislators? Did you peacefully attend a public meeting? Did you demand an investigation where credible evidence of criminal conduct exists? Did you support organizations actually rescuing trafficking victims? Did you encourage your neighbors to participate in their government? Or did you simply hit share? America has developed an entire economy around keeping citizens angry enough to watch but comfortable enough to do nothing. And perhaps the most troubling part is what happens when we speak about faith. Show people darkness, satanic imagery, alleged cult activity, abuse, trafficking, or horrifying allegations, and thousands will watch. Mention God. Mention Jesus Christ. Mention repentance, prayer, courage, mercy, discipline, or becoming a better human being yourself, and suddenly the audience gets smaller. What does that tell us? We have become fascinated with darkness while neglecting the light. Watching evil isn't fighting evil. Sharing evil isn't defeating evil. Knowing another secret doesn't make you courageous. We particularly like those who speak of being patriotic in multiple podcast live comments. They comment 5,800 times on one of those podcasts alone. Let that sink in. 5,800 comments on one out of who knows how many they consume. Is being a patriot a popularity or dating game? Imagine if 5,800 comments were phone calls, emails, or letters. You cannot complain, comment relentlessly, and be outraged at the same time when you yourself do nothing productive to make America great again. Will you be proactive or will you wait until the rape gangs are in your neighborhoods? If you wait, will you decide which of you in your family will be raped? You scoff. You say that will never happen in America. You were on the extinction list in case you have not heard. Therefore rape gangs should not be hard to imagine. If we allow someone to openly advocate replacing constitutional government with authoritarian religious rule, challenge that ideology through the Constitution, the courts, elections, public debate, and lawful civic action, just do not sit on your bum, do nothing or wait for someone else to come to your aid. If public officials refuse to enforce laws equally, document it, expose it, petition them, vote, seek judicial review, and demand accountability. Accountability. That doesn't mean that you ask in a meek feminized voice. That means you grow a set of balls and demand. They work for you. America's strength has never required abandoning religious liberty to protect religious liberty. And stop waiting for a podcast host, politician, influencer, or masked voice on the internet to save your country. You are the citizen. The telephone still works. Email still works. Public records requests still work. Peaceful assembly still works. Courts still work. Elections still matter. Local government meetings still have doors. Your representatives still have offices. Use them. And if there's a podcast somewhere that teaches an entire nation how to grow its balls back, drop it in the comments. Maybe America needs a few million subscriptions. Because excuses are like assholes. Everybody has one, and sooner or later they all stink. America someday confronts atrocities that could have been prevented, whether committed by terrorists, trafficking organizations, violent gangs, political extremists, religious extremists, or corrupt officials. We will not be able to say nobody warned us. The warnings mean nothing if citizens refuse to participate. Stop consuming outrage. Start practicing citizenship. Defend the Constitution. Defend religious liberty. Defend Christians, Jews, atheists, and every peaceful American by the same standard. Defend women. Defend children. Expose extremists. Demand equal enforcement of the law. And above everything else, return to God before you become so obsessed with watching darkness that you forget where the light comes from. The Republic does not belong to politicians, it belongs to we the people. The question is whether we the people still have the courage to take responsibility for it going to hell and then to fight for what is yours. We are the voice of the silent. We are the eyes of the blind. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us. End transmission.